The carousel is, interestingly, the carousel is arguably one of 4 or 5 of the most important carousels in the country, which people don't actually know. This was at Liberty Land. It was in an outside, open air pavilion. When the museum took it over, it was in storage and in pretty rough shape. So all parts of it that needed refurbishing were sent off to the premier restorers in the country. It was about a $2 million restoration that the museum took on for the city, and it's been restored to the sort of most beautiful level. One of the horses was Elvis's favorite horse, and is documented about things that he said about that. It's the one with the Native American chief kind of headdress on it. And it's a 1909 Denzel carousel, and Denzel was kind of the Fabergé name in carousels. So it's not the oldest in the country, but it's one of the older in the country of Denzel carousels. It's probably one of the most detailed and elaborate, and it's one of the carousels that actually only has horses, which is rarer. So lots of carousels have multiple animals on them. This was the first sleigh on a carousel to have a wheelchair station that had a horse's head for the person in the wheelchair to actually be behind a horse. So there are lots of sleighs like this designed for wheelchair accessibility, but none that actually gave them a horse to be behind. And then they did a beautiful job of building in benches for anybody who was taking care of the person in the wheelchair. Also to have a couple of horses that, let's say you had younger children with you, but you also had a child in a wheelchair, that they could sit safely and ride their own horse as a whole family in that group. So little things like that we get excited about.